It's just like we used to do that when we met in person. We actually were, a lot of us were there. Some of us even there at 5 o'clock because
Oh yeah, it
I
used to
went
drive
straight
me
from work
crazy.
to the meeting, and we get dinner and have dinner, and then we go and eat afterwards again. But yeah, because so have some time to have some social time. So. All right. I
I
want to
just got home.
welcome everybody to the meeting tonight. It is our August exhibit and comment night. It's August the 20th of 2026. I have a few announcements and then we'll get on to the images. I have a demo I'm going to do for you guys tonight too, a quick demo. Assignments coming up are September, negative space. October is high key. And November is retro 70s portrait or group portrait. So those are the three coming up. Don't forget the video that Jim did a couple of months ago that includes the negative space and high key. Education night's coming up. Next Thursday night, there will be no Zoom meeting. It will be Pier and Beer over at the State Pete Pier. This, I think, our 6th year of doing this. 6:30 at the pier, at the airplane that is on the side of the pier. If you come on, you could park on the pier. You come onto the pier. Is a parking garage with solar panels. Just be sure you pay to park. It's a Park Mobile place, so you do it with your phone or you can go to the machine and pay. But don't get a ticket like Jack did a couple years ago because he didn't pay. And we'll be hanging out around the pier. And then I'll probably head directly up to the restaurant. It's on the top of the pier so that I can start gathering, saving some tables for us. And everybody ends up there probably just before sunset, somewhere in that neighborhood, a couple hours, maybe an hour or so. And there's, it's a bar, so they have bar food and drinks. And we can sit up. If you haven't been there before, we can try to get the tables that are right up against the edge because it's an open bar. If it's raining, it'll be wet, but hopefully it won't be. It hasn't been raining at night, so good. And we can set our tripods up along it's a big plexiglass wall, and then there's nothing. So we can shoot downtown St. Petersburg from that restaurant and get the sunset and whatever else is going on out in the Gulf, which hopefully there's a storm out in the Gulf because then you can get lightning and stuff like that. So a really cool place. It's out in the open. Can be a little warm, so be sure to bring something to drink up until you get to the restaurant and rain gear just in case it rains. All the details are in the email I sent you, so you should have all that information there too. In September, we're going to have a panel discussion. Robert and Jim and I will be leading that panel discussion, and obviously, if we get through all our subjects, then we'll have some question and answer time for anything you guys want to talk about, depending on timing. October is our member takeover, which we've got, I think, 6 people signed up so far. I need a couple more. So if anybody has a subject they want to talk about for 7 to 10 minutes, let me know so we can get you on that group. Obviously our
Lynn,
next outing is the Pier and Beer. So we haven't planned another one yet. We're working on a couple other possibilities as things start to cool off. Hopefully, we can do some stuff outside. So we're looking at a couple things that we can do outside later in the year. And so as soon as we figure that stuff out, we'll let you know. Let's see what else. Oh, Facebook. One of you, Ellen mentioned that he's got onto the Facebook group. It's a page that we have on Facebook. If you haven't joined, you can go in there. You have to get approved, which Leslie or Diana will approve you or myself. Once you're a member, you can post on there once a day. And we've been putting a lot of interesting information on there. I've been finding, I'm not a big sharer, but I've been sharing a lot of things that I find in my feed onto the group page, onto the club page about they're cute little sayings about photography. Some of them are funny, some of them are very to the point. And so it's a little bit of education, a little bit of fun. We've had a couple people post images. You can put images on there. So, and Leslie and Diane have got a couple ideas about what they're going to do for the future with that, and we'll let you know as soon as we've got it figured out. So, there is a art exhibit going on at the Carrollwood Culture Center in Carrollwood that's going until the 31st of July. It's Sal Saladino, and it's he's a street photographer. Karen's been there, Diana's been there. They said it's pretty good. I think Sylvia is familiar with his work as well. And we might try to get him to be a speaker next year. But if you get time, go to the Carrollwood Culture Center. It's free. You can go in there. What's the hours on that place, Diana? You're muted.
I think they're open till 6 every day.
What time do
And
they
they're
open in
closed
the
on
morning?
Sundays. The exhibit, it's at Carrollwood Cultural Center. And the
Right.
exhibit is
What time do they open?
9.
9 to 6? Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then you go into the main building, and then you go into the auditorium, and you'll see his work on both sides.
Okay.
And they're all Ybor City street people, images. Robert went a couple of days ago. Karen went this afternoon. And the guy is super nice, super friendly. And I spoke to him, and he might be interested in doing a talk for us. So I put him in touch with Lynn.
They close at noon on Saturday and they're closed on Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
But every other
I don't,
day from
yeah.
9 to 6.
Yeah.
I just pulled it up.
Thanks,
right.
Karen.
All right. Thanks, Diana and Karen. Robert, do you have any comments, anything to add for tonight,
Yeah.
this month?
Yeah, on the Pier and Beer that's coming up on our outing, you are not excluded to just the top of the bar area. There are people floating all over that place, an opportunity to get moving subjects panning, actually street type of photography, portraits. There are plenty of opportunities. It's not just restricted to just on top of the building photographing downtown St. Pete. So there's a plethora of opportunities to take advantage of in that spot. So do so, take advantage if
there's people jogging. Last time we were there was a whole jogging club, a running club there. There's people on bikes. There's buses that you can do long exposures with and get, the trail lights. Last year there was a whole line of sailboats going into the harbor, which was kind of cool. I guess they were at, school, a sail school that was going on. They were all being pulled in by a boat. And sometimes we have really cool looking clouds, so you never know what you're going to get. Every year it's a little different. So that's we can't. Why are you going back to the same place? Well, it's different every year, guys. It really is. So anyway, Jim, do you have anything to add to anything here?
The only thing I have is if anyone's interested, I just officially announced my next 2 photo tours. I'll put the link in the chat if you want to look at it. Smoky Mountains in the fall for peak color, and then Everglades in January.
Okay. Awesome, guys. It's in the chat if you're interested. I want to check it out. All right. Anybody else have any other comments or questions? Okay, I'm going to share my screen and show you the video from our Imagine Museum outing. And bring that up. Can you see it in black?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Wow, we got a lot of entries.
Yeah, we got lots of entries today. Yeah, it was good.
I was surprised.
Okay.
I
I
was
am going
surprised.
to, we just had I don't know if you guys are aware, but we just had an update to Lightroom that's pretty substantial. The main thing was that I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago or last month about them adding feathering to Adobe Camera Raw over in Photoshop. Well, guess what, guys? They added it to Lightroom. So I'm going to do a real quick demo here just because I didn't want to wait until September when we did the panel discussion because I think you guys need to be aware of this now. First thing, you can see my Lightroom, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing that they improved was previously when we did, this is all about masking this week or this time. Before they before they did this update, using the subject was not always the best way to get a mask. They basically told us to use object, but I'm going to show you subject has actually gotten pretty darn good. Now this is pretty simple subject. But that's, it's actually doing much before it would have skipped probably the antenna and it's gotten much better. It would have included the shadow and it's not doing that anymore. So that is a good thing. So picking the subject works pretty well now. You could still do an object and the object you can do just like this. You don't have to do the whole thing and it does a pretty good job. Now, it screwed up. It got the shadow. So, you got to play with these and depending on the particular thing that you're trying to mask, you got to watch, try one and try the other. And right now, it looks like the subject and choosing the subject rather than the object worked better with this one. So just that's one thing that's going on here. Now, the other thing you're going to see, I'm going to do it with a sharp edge here, is they've added feathering. We had a feather more or less on the linear and the radial gradients, but we didn't really have one for subject, sky, landscape, objects, and people, that kind of stuff. So I wanted to just real quick show you what this looks like up close. You can look at here. You can see the sky has been chosen, and I'm going to just really go crazy with the exposure here, just so you can see it. But this right here, can you see what I'm circling
Yeah.
with cursor? That's been added. That wasn't there before. And you have two sliders. One is the feather, and you can see what it does, and the other one's the edge. So obviously every image is going to be a little different with this, but you could play with it and hopefully eliminate
there you
Halos.
halos.
go.
Yes. So this is not a relatively easy thing to do because it's a straight edge, but yeah, here's the tricky one. Trees. Okay? Trees are tricky. And this is not going to be perfect, but it's way better than it used to be. So especially if I go like into landscape, it's going to say, here's the sky, here's the vegetation, here's the natural ground, which we don't need that right now. But I'm going to create mask for the sky and the vegetation. So I'm going to do the vegetation first. And again, you've got this feather that wasn't there before. I'm going to zoom into it so you can see it a little better. And this one the trees are relatively solid, so it does a pretty good job. If there's a lot of holes in the trees, it's not quite it's better than it was, but it's still not great. Hopefully they'll get better with it. But if you play with this feather, you see what's happening with the edges of the trees. And with this edge, you have to play with it to see the difference. Watch what's going on here when I move the
It's
slider. Yeah.
expanding.
So you can see that feather changing, but you can play with it. Now, if I go to the sky, that's where it gets a little more difficult because you could go, you could play with this back and forth, and the edge is where actually with the sky, the edge is where it makes more difference. And it's not going to be 100%, but it's way better than, trying to select all that stuff yourself. You know what I'm saying? So just FYI, I kind of find it's better to go ahead and overdo what you're going to do and then play with it that way, and you can actually see it. So it's not too bad when you do it like that. So one last thing is people. Back out here. This is from the wedding that Lee and I did a couple weeks ago. And I'm gonna select the sky to start off with. And getting that horizon correct is always a problem. Let's zoom in on the horizon and play with the feathering on this. Let's go ahead and increase or decrease. Yeah, like increase. Do this. Do a little bit of changes here that you can see. And go down here and do some dehazing. And then now you can actually see there's a little bit of
There's
reflection.
a halo. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see this. So if you go back up here to the feather and you play with it until it looks right. And and like I said, it's going to be, the settings are going to be different for every image. It's not going to be the same. What I do is not going to be the same for everything else. Now let's go and do the people. Okay, it's asking me, do I want to do each person or do I want to do just all, let's do all of them at once. So we're going to say all the people. So, and then it wants to know if you want to do parts of the people or all the people. I'm going to do all the people. And people can be a little weird, especially when you got a situation like this where they're kind of, in weird light. Lee was using lights. I wasn't. So I had to deal with a lot of stuff after the fact. So I'm looking at, actually the selection's not horrible. There's a little bit of issue right here. And what I've done is I've been going in and out of this. I've done a few of these. And I found that if I delete it and ask it to do it again, sometimes it does a better job.
Tonight tour.
All of them. I want all the people breathing the mask. Yeah, it's doing a better job this time. So you can see it got all of here. It got that where it didn't do it before. So you gotta play with this sometimes just to get a little better. Sometimes you just have to redo it again. But again, the feather will help you separate. You still want, this one is not as bad. You don't want to get a line. See right here, that's a little weird. But you got to play with these to see what looks the best and still give you what you want. And it's just like it's still easier than what we had to do before. We had to make a selection yourself. So I just wanted to show you guys this because this is super. It makes things a whole much easier than what we've had to do in the past with this stuff. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, Lynn, on that first image of the butterfly, you had the shadow. Is there some way in Lightroom to just paint that out like you would have in Photoshop?
Yeah, you can actually just go subtract, go brush, and go right here.
Okay.
Yeah, just get rid of all of it. That's actually relatively easy. Yeah, so you can add to your selection or subtract from your selection very easily, and you get the choice. You could actually, if there was sky and it was in getting sky in it, you could actually select to subtract the sky. I've done that a bunch of times. I actually also add sky over and over the trees, especially if I've got trees and I've got sky showing through the trees. I can select the sky multiple times, and a lot of times it fixes it. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's one of those things you just have to play with these things. And we're going to talk about in September. We're going to talk about one of these things that everybody seems to have a problem with: intersecting masks. So that's one of the things we're going to be talking about in September at our panel discussion. Just so you know what's coming. One of the things that's coming up. So, anybody else have a question?
No, thanks for showing.
Thank you. You're welcome. It was one of those things I just got so excited about I couldn't not tell you all about it. I couldn't just wait. It was like, this is too cool. So, I've been wanting feathers for so long. So long. All right, let's go ahead and get our...
Well, Brian and I think Mark, not Mark, who else had a question earlier?
Who had a question?
Brian had a comment.
I was just going to say.
And Frank was the other one.
Can you hear me? Can you?
Yes, I can now.
All right. I was just going to comment that I was surprised how few duplications there were in the video. Everybody seemed to take different photos.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what when you're in one. But everybody kind of had a different point of view of it, which I think was kind of cool. That's interesting as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The fact that we are in the same place, looking at the same thing, but we see it differently. So, Frank, do you have a comment?
I put it in the chat. Basically, my 10-minute thing is more like 20 minutes.
Well, you
So-
got to cut it down to 10, bud.
No,
Sorry.
no, I can't. Sorry, I can't do that.
Yeah, you need to cut it down to 10. That's the whole point of this is to fit, as 6 or 7 of them into the time frame. So it needs to be. But I've done it 7 minutes out of Chicago when we do the attendee takeover. You have 7 minutes and no more. You have to get a point across in 7 minutes. It's possible to do it, believe me. So you just have to cut stuff out. Believe me, I spent a lot of time cutting out stuff when I did it the first time. I'm getting better at judging.
I'm either giving you 10 minutes back or taking 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. Any other comments or questions?
Jim,
Drink
Jim
coffee and
Sykes,
talk fast.
Yeah.
Jim Sykes. Jim, did you put your information? I looked on the chat. I didn't see it.
It's there. I saw it.
It's there. There's a really long blue link.
And it works.
I'm in the chat.
It's right under Frank's comment.
I don't see Frank's
You
comment.
probably don't have general selected. You probably have an individual selected.
Yeah, you don't have everybody. All right, let's get started. You guys can look for that. Let's get started on we have a lot of pictures to get through tonight, guys. All right. Hold on a second. Let me get my scoring sheet open here. All right. The first one is our assignment tonight was breaking the pattern. Did Robert or Jim, do you want to make a comment in general about how everybody did?
I did have a comment about something else though.
Okay, go ahead.
It's still available that you can put your images in without it being scored.
Right. Oh, that was the thing we were going to talk about. We didn't at the board meeting, but yeah, we were thinking about maybe having a scoreless week, a scoreless month, but I don't know if anybody wants to do that or not.
I'm in.
Well, we gave everybody the option of not getting a score 2 or 3 months ago, and I have had nobody ask me not to score them. So
I keep forgetting.
Anyway, anything else, guys?
No.
All right, Jim, any comments in general about the submissions for this month?
Overall, pretty good. People generally seem to understand this assignment pretty well.
Just wait for negative space.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be better this year.
All right. Let's get started then on this first one. The first one is called Sea Life. Come on. And this is Mark's image, and the score is 22.5.
I have a comment.
Yeah, go ahead, comment. And Lee Wynn was the third judge, so she can comment as well.
Okay. It does break a pattern, but just barely. My question is, why didn't you just walk over to that chair and lay it all the way down?
Because my attempts at breaking the pattern, this is an old photo that I came across that had a broken pattern in it. My attempts at a broken pattern, I wasn't happy with. It just didn't have any kind of impact or anything to it. And this is the closest I came with something that had a little bit of an impact with a broken pattern. So.
Okay. That explains it.
So this picture was taken several years ago. So.
But you were obviously aware of the fact that a pattern was being broken to a certain extent, or you would never have taken it, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
But the reflections form their own pattern.
Yeah.
And I think that's a more interesting pattern than the chairs themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Mark, may I ask, if you were to do this again today, knowing what you know, and you were aboard this ship, what would you do differently?
Lower the seat, Mark. Say it.
Lower the seat. Lower the
Now
seat.
that's what Jim said. That's what Jim said. I mean, is that knowing what you know now? Because I'll tell you where I have a problem with the composition of this image altogether. Left and right sides are very, very tight.
Yep.
Yeah,
there's more to the left side, and the original crop of this picture had there's another chair, but there was a wider space there, and I didn't like it for this, that might have been, like a second breaking the pattern and stuff if I'd have left that in there. But
well, I'm saying, given what you see now, what you know now, the composition, as I mentioned, is very tight. So giving it a wider space, it helps with the pattern.
Yeah.
So, just a thought.
Yeah.
And this has occurred a couple of more times that I've noticed in some of the photographs that are coming up. Spatial.
This one didn't come out quite like what I wanted it to, but it did come out okay.
Next one is Blenny Brain Coral. This is Frank's, and the score is 26.2.
Jeez.
Worth every freaking point.
Frank, the problem I have with this thing is that you're not allowed to score that high.
Is that a high score?
Not that very high score.
Well, what was the name of what was the name of the last picture?
Sea Life.
Yeah, this should be Sea Life. That's what I should name this one.
I was going to ask if I could borrow your hammer and put it in my camera bag, so that I can hit the nail on the head like you did.
That's a great shot. Did you shoot that? I mean, was that, what were you going after other than,
Did I shoot it? Yeah, I shot it, and I was going after the Blenny and the brain coral. He was there. It's not actually an unusual thing to see. Right. That tends to be the weak point in the coral, and they find holes there, and Blennies like to be in holes.
Was this underwater, Mark? Frank?
Frank? Yeah, it's underwater.
Yeah, was this an underwater shot?
Yeah, that's where Blennies live. Yeah.
He's just asking if it's an aquarium or not.
Okay.
Oh no, it's in Grand Cayman, I think.
So you were diving.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
I'm trying to do this at the aquarium.
Oh, that would be hard to do with the aquarium.
Yeah, because you've got the glass.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Unless you go inside the tank, which I have done. That's cool too.
Yeah.
All right, so I need to be educated here because I would have thought this doesn't even meet the assignment because I don't really see how that's a break in the pattern. So obviously, given the score, I'm completely wrong. So tell me why.
Because there's a little guy coming out of the hole.
Because put your finger over the Blenny.
Yeah, okay, I'm doing that right now.
What do you see?
Pattern.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Robert or Jen, you haven't said anything?
We did say something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Well done.
It's
Well
very,
done.
very beautiful.
All right. Next one is Against the Flow. This one is Diana's, and the score is 22.
Yellowstone, eh?
Robert, Jen?
Well, we have two different items here, and the pattern is not defined.
Coral. No, I'm not going to say anything. Okay.
Yeah, the formation itself has its own break color-wise or tonal-wise, I should say, with that whole dark area breaking through the white pattern. And then there's a secondary thing that there's a tree breaking through it. And in the composition, they compete with each other for attention, and it makes it into multiple breaks in the pattern in a distracting way.
That'd be better.
Still not defined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I had just submitted it without the tree?
No, it's still not
hey, Lynn,
defined.
hit the use your dehaze control to see if that helps bring out the pattern more. That's the pattern is there, but it's muted is what I think Robert's kind of getting at. So that helps. That's helping define the pattern.
Okay.
In the formation there.
Yeah, it was a little height, a little too overexposed.
Yeah. Well, boost your highlights now.
Yeah, that's why I took the highlights out. Let's open up the shadows a little bit. That gives it a little more. And this is your break right here.
Yeah. Put the highlights back now. They're muted.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Because a break-in pattern doesn't necessarily have to be an object. It can be color or contrast. So keep that in mind as well.
Okay.
This one is Solitary Interruption, and this one is also Diana's, and the score is 22.7.
Jesus Christ. All right.
I have 2 issues with this one. Overall, I like the I like the concept. I like the intent here. Lynn, could you bring down the top a little bit, because the stuff in the background is different than what we have going on with the dunes. If we take that out, that helps.
Yep.
The other issue I have is the break in the pattern is where your eye wants to go. Go ahead and enlarge that, Lynn. But the break in the pattern is out of focus.
Right here. Yeah.
I want to go to that break in the pattern. My eyes keep going there, but it's soft and blurry. And then that doesn't feel right to be drawn right to that and have it be blurry.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Robert, do you have any comments? I'm not thinking. Let me get rid of this wording here. Would that be better?
It's not.
Well, now I have a hard time finding the break.
Yeah. There's breaks.
Have a hard time finding the break in that
shadow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's shadows all over.
Yeah, that's true. Just try to come up with something.
You can move that tree to somewhere.
Yeah, except it's not in focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately. All right, moving on.
I like the intent. The execution didn't follow through.
Yeah. Next one is Flying Below Formation. Whoops. F. That is Lee, and the score is 23.3. Robert?
Okay. On this particular shot, yes, you do have a pattern. And yes, you do have a break-in pattern. And yes, you do have contrast and all of the things that are necessary. But what I'm missing here is 100 balloons in line and not just 3 or 4. And so all the things about this photograph is right, but is it right enough to warrant a wow factor?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I agree with Robert. It 100% meets the criteria, but without the impact.
I think maybe this was a different balloon. They didn't have writing on it. Maybe that was out of the line.
That could
might have helped.
The writing for me is not the writing. If let's say that there were 8 more balloons back there in line, now we're talking.
So it's not enough of a pattern, in other words.
And you'll find that's coming up with a couple of others, just like this one we had earlier with marks.
Yeah.
Good shot. It's working. But is it working enough to give me the whoa?
Yeah, like I said, that's what I said. My thoughts exactly meets the criteria, just doesn't hit with the impact.
Yeah. Next one is barrels and vats. This one is Leslie's, and the score is 22.3. Jim?
Oh, I get it. I see the break in the pattern. For sure. Overall, the image itself in the tonal range seems very flat. But compositionally, yes, I see the break in the pattern. Is it, kind of like the balloon thing? Is that break in the pattern really engaging and having having an impact? Not so much.
The two giant barrels on either side of it is that's what's killing me on this photograph, because they are so large, so massive in this.
Yes, thank you, Lynn.
That it becomes harder. In fact, coming in from the bottom as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, Lynn.
I wonder if you cropped well into the barrels from the left, and that would work as a leading line to the large barrel on the right.
Oh, I think we need to lose the top too.
I think both barrels balance it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're framing elements, but as Robert said, they were really big. Now that you just cut into them like that, okay,
it becomes much more of a breaking of the pattern now.
Much more noticeable to get directly to the break in the pattern. Now that you've done that.
Any questions, Leslie?
No, not really. I just thought with them larger, that was more of a break in the pattern, but.
Yeah, but you got too much stuff distracting you from the pattern. So you need to zero in on the pattern.
Now, just on another note right now, you're at ISO 4000. Yeah. You know that Lightroom does have a really good denoise program here.
I think I did do the denoise. I thought I did do the denoise on that.
It only works on RAW files, though. So it does not work on JPEGs. It's right here.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a JPEG to begin with.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it was dark in there. But
dark.
Like I said, I thought I had gotten it out.
So Leslie, what did you think was the break in the pattern? You thought the big barrels was the break from the small barrels.
The vats versus the barrels, yes.
Right. That's what I thought too. Yeah. And then and then a whole different conversation started when we're talking about the missing barrel. Yeah. So that really changes to me. That changes all the discussion that we just had.
Well, what you mean the thing that happens in the middle of the two?
She's talking about these two barrels.
The barrels are the pattern. The vats are the break in that pattern.
Oh, see, I took it completely differently. When I looked at this picture, I instantly said, "Oh, there's a missing barrel at the top. That's the break in the pattern."
No,
because there's not enough of those two big barrels in order to establish a pattern.
Right. This is just two. Yeah, these are like framing it. They're not really in a pattern. Mm-hmm. This is a pattern here. That's not.
That wasn't the pattern I was going for.
Yeah.
All right.
But this one was kind of an experimental one, because a lot of times it's very, very obvious, something red in a green or whatever. So it's all good. It's all good.
I want you to do one more crop for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want you to go take out the barrels, the big barrels on left to right completely.
Completely?
Bring them in. Yes, more in. Yes, right there, and take right about there. Come.
There's a pattern.
There's your pattern.
Again, that isn't what I was going for.
Well, I agree with what you're saying. I'm simply saying this is your break.
when
Yeah.
that's what I saw instantly when I looked at the picture. I said, "Oh, there's the," and my mind just mentally blocked out those big vats and said, "There's the break." And then I said to myself, "Why do we have these great big vats there distracting from the break in the pattern?"
Hence
And
the
you have a
title,
clear
hence
pattern
the
here.
title
Right.
of the photograph.
Right. And I saw
All
it
right,
different,
guys,
Jim.
let's move on. The next one is within grids. This one is Lee wins, and the score is 26.4.
What was the name of that again, please?
Within the grid, within grids.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's great. That's a great one.
Now, what makes this one work is the very, very, very strong composition with the leading lines. How that shadow breaks it, and the subject breaks the line as well.
and even down to small things that do make an impact. If you look where the person's head goes through the dark line, the top of their head has light on it that separates the top of the head from melting into that line. If the whole head were dark in that line, this definitely would have scored a little bit less. But even that fact of the light on the top of the head breaking with the line, small things like that, make a big difference in this image.
This is a primary case of chiaroscuro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell them what that is.
Light, dark, light, dark, light, dark.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Chiaroscuro. That's that funny looking word. It looks like it's something you can eat.
It's Italian. Yeah.
It's Italian.
It's Jack's word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When, what is she walking on?
Was a shadow from the window in the museum. As in the morning, the sunlight goes through the windows, but that's the shadow that she walked by there.
Wow.
When I was on the upstairs, so that's how it was shot.
Wow.
Be on the lookout for these kind of things, guys. This is this is high-end photography, guys.
Now, Liwen,
yeah,
I do want to point out one thing that's major here, and I want everyone to notice this particular photograph, because we're going to come upon one that's very, very similar, except that there is no tension. In this case right here, the forward movement of this person, you don't know who they are. That forward movement, that foot that's right up front, that gives the momentum to this photograph in opposing the lines that are going completely the opposite way. The composition of this is so strong, so solid.
Yep.
You take any one piece of this out of there, then this whole thing falls apart as far as a impact. So I want to point that out, because we're going to see something very similar coming up that has a little bit of a different twist to this.
I think the image itself of the person is excellent. Her shadow is razor sharp, but the cherry on top of this is almost the ghostly reflection between the camera and the person. That is absolutely wonderful.
Wow. A combination of a lot of things going on here, guys.
That's only because Lee Wen had actors working for her.
Well, I got a few shots, but these ones were Jim pointed out. You guys pointed out about the feet, the one of the foot on the right foot, and the shadow. But the foot, I choose this one because there were quite a few. I kind of follow her to walk in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you were following, because I had followed. I'd be in jail right now.
Yeah, and she also has leading lines from both that ghostly and the ghostly reflection in the shadow, both pointing right to her. Also, things driving the eye to her. It's awesome.
All right, next one is a big guy. This one is Brian's, and the score is 22.3.
Brian,
yeah.
There's something good and something not so good about this photograph.
Sorry, it's 22.8. I read the wrong line.
All right, Brian, I'm gonna state the good part. You have all of the right elements working for you. However, you did not work the elements. What do I mean by that? You stood up, you saw a pattern, you shot the picture. This picture requires you to be down a lot lower, making that big gigantic piece of rock the main focus. And then from that, we find all of the different other rocks that are in the pattern. Instead, what you did is you stood up, put it in the lower left-hand corner, and gave us a view up top that forced us to look back without into the water without actually having a central anchor point. Does that make sense what I said?
No.
Okay. Lynn, before you go any further, crop this image. Take out the old right-hand side. No, you can leave the top if you want.
Some of it.
Yes. Come into it. More. Okay. Now it doesn't have to be that much. You can go back out a little bit. It doesn't have to be so obvious. But this is where that's good. That's good right there. What you're doing is you're anchoring it now so that I don't have to wander around. I can now see all of the things that are repeated a lot more in this composition than the one that you gave me.
Since the whole idea is to break the pattern, I thought it was important to show a lot of the pattern. So that's why.
Oh, the pattern was very obvious.
Yeah.
What the impact was the fact that you made it obvious and then obvious and then obvious and then even more obvious. Your blues against your warm tones or your golds, your blues against your golds. And all of the different rocks in the background, but I needed an anchor point. And you left me when you gave me all that space, I left the anchor point and went all out trying to find things other than that anchor point.
With my 4x5 camera, I would have tilted the rear standard back. That makes the light travel further to the top of the film, which is the bottom of the lens, and it would make the rock much larger. I'm not a big Photoshop guy, but could you use free transform to make that rock even larger to give it more impact?
That's what I was mentioning about getting down closer and moving a little bit toward the left.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't there. And yeah, what you're saying on the 4.5 is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But what I was talking about, if you go back and just undo all of this.
So what I'm hearing, which surprises me, is that the rock isn't big enough. And I mean, it's gigantic compared
That's not what you're hearing. That's not what I'm saying. That may be what you're hearing. I apologize for what I just said. That may be what you're hearing, but that's not what I'm saying.
I'm going to do a little.
I think what he's saying is in the composition, what you said is correct, but not, it's the composition part that's the important part. And what he was saying was that it isn't big enough to grab your attention right away, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Versus that big bunch of rocks. This way, yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have distorted the perspective going to a really wide lens and getting really close as well.
Yeah, there's my 10 minutes right there.
But I just opened up the shadows on this too. That gave the rock a little more impact, I think, because it didn't have a just big black spot right there, and it actually gave it, you could see more grain on it as well. So that I think made a little bit of it. If you go from this to that, I think it makes a big difference there too. So, and I would probably, in this circumstance, I'd get rid of this rock and that rock because they're interfering with your pattern as well.
I was actually concerned that the critique would be that the rock is so big that it's so obvious that it's a break in the pattern that it's overdone.
We want the pattern to be obvious, the break. All right.
Hey, Lynn.
It could have gone that way, yeah.
Hey, Lynn.
Yeah.
Can you give me the option to share my screen just for 5 seconds? I I did something that may help
Okay, hold on.
Brian visualize this.
Hold on. Whoops. No.
Oh.
Participants. Hold on a second.
Yeah, just,
There you go.
all right, I have the ability to share my screen now. All right, now where did they hide the button in this version of Zoom?
There we go. You mean stop sharing?
Oh, maybe because you're sharing.
Yeah.
Let me see if that helps me get a button to share my screen. I don't see a button to share my screen anywhere. Darn.
Jack Maniscalco, good to see you today.
I found it.
Should be down at the bottom.
I found it. Well, in the old version on mine, it used to be green. Now it's the same color as everything else. It used to be green.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Does that help you visualize, I think, what's being said, Brian?
So you moved it more towards the middle.
It's a compositional thing. It's a perspective
I
and
could have
composition.
easily done that. There's plenty of room on that in my original to do that.
I thought this is this is kind of what's being talked about with it. So just
Did you add some stuff to the side?
What?
Did you add something to the side, or you just move the rock?
I just moved the rock.
Okay. And you did that
I just moved the rock and changed the perspective for it to be a little
and
bigger.
how did you do that? Tell them quickly.
Content aware move.
Yeah.
There's that thing called content aware move, guys.
It's right here. Content aware move tool.
And as long as
of course, ideally at the time,
you just circle it, Jim, or how does it work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say, well, let me move it over here.
Okay, so when you do that, does that make it does that now make it artificial, or whatever the term you guys use?
Yeah, but I was doing that because the idea is that had the possibility of being done at the time in camera, just with changing perspective.
Right, changing where you were.
Yeah, but I just did it to help Brian visualize what was being talked about. Yeah, it wasn't to be a demonstration of content aware move tool. It was to help Brian visualize, I think, where the discussion was going. That's all. All right, I'm going to stop sharing.
All right, on to the next one. This one is, it's not quite 9. This one is Leslie's, and the score is 22.7. Jim?
Without the title, I would never have known what was in Leslie's mind with this image. the title did help guide me to what was in her mind. As Robert always says, well, what did you want me to know? Well, the title steered me in that direction.
Is that not obvious that it's breaking a pattern without that title?
No.
Now technically, zoom in on the right side, Lynn, especially like the big piece down on the right. It's distracting to my eye technically that the right side is so soft compared to the rest of it.
Yeah, this is really sharp.
Everything else is really sharp, and that right side is very soft for whatever reason. And the big piece on the right side, it being soft is pulling me away from what else is going on there.
Do you think that was because it sat higher than the other ones, that it would be softer?
Yeah, it's on a different plane. And you shot this at 6.3. So if that one was taller, it's going to be not on the same plane as these. And it's at 6.3, your field of your plane is very small, comparatively speaking. You see what I just did? I just increased the contrast big time. That helps some.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Robert, any comments?
I could, but I
Go
won't.
ahead. I can take it.
I don't see the pattern.
And she's like, it's been interrupted. That's why she said almost 9.
The pattern is light and dark. What pattern don't you see?
I see that there's light and dark, yes, but I don't see a pattern in the light and dark.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
One with no bubbles. This one is Brian's, and the score is 22.3. Robert?
I'm trying to figure out which one has bubbles.
These. See, they have like little round things.
Ah.
And this one's straight.
Yeah.
What is that? Is it ice?
No, it's water. It's a fountain at what was that place where we went, the gardens in Pennsylvania?
Oh, Longwood Gardens.
Yeah, there was a fountain there, and I took a shot through the water.
Inside the cavern?
No,
No, this was outside? Okay.
it's an outside fountain.
Give me a minute and I'll have you share my screen again.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, let me do that.
Sylvia is taking the place of Rich.
Yeah, do you see that now there's just not that super bright thing taking your eye to it?
She got rid of something, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me bring it up in Lightroom so I can see what super bright thing. I'm looking at my.
Let me go. Let me say I'll switch to. Let me see if I can switch to Zoom. No, I can't. I can't switch back and forth between the two, other than to.
Well, point to the area where the bright thing was.
What about your history? Look at your history.
All right, you see where my mouse is moving?
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing and then go back to the.
No, I see it on my original now. I see what
go
you're
back
pointing.
to go back to Lynn's. Lynn can pull hers up now.
Right here.
Right there. Oh, that's
yeah.
that's the first thing my eye went to and then got stuck on.
Yeah, because it's so bright. That would help, but yeah, I would say even some of these other ones are interfering with what you're trying. I mean, some of these bigger blobs are interfering with this nice straight one right here.
Yeah. Not so much, like this though.
one,
I didn't have I didn't really have a problem with those, but this thing right here, that's immediately where my eye went to, when I looked at this image. And then once my eye went there, I couldn't stop going back to there.
Okay.
All right, moving on. The next one is stairs. This is altered reality. This is Frank's, and the score is 24.7.
That's cool.
Frank, I'm upset with you, and I'm saying it up front.
Again?
Yeah. Well, you gave me a stellar, 96.7 image, and then
I put myself in it. Right?
No, that wasn't the problem. You see what you're doing? You stopped me. You stopped me. Meaning that's all I got is Frank, or I got a photographer looking directly at me. If you were climbing those stairs, man, this thing right here would be 500 points.
I looked at this too, and I said, "Oh, if he were just like halfway up the stairs to his right or his left,
yes,
in stride, but yet looking back at the camera, I was like, oh, that would have been the icing on the cake."
All right. Right. Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, can you?
Or if you would have been there kind of halfway hanging over the rail like you were exhausted.
I was Donkey Kong taking a break.
Yeah.
Can you use that content aware tool and turn them around?
No, that
That'd be a 3D thing.
They
That
have an
will change
object. They have an
the
object
direction of his
rotation
body.
tool. I've never tried it with a person.
Why don't we try it?
Yeah,
It
he'll
might
just,
take too
but you
long right
can't,
now.
he wouldn't be.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll go back there and run up the stairs again.
There you go. Run up the stairs and get your picture from there.
Oh, that's that really cool image, really cool concept. Yeah.
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So this is obviously to me that it's breaking a pattern by him standing there. But how do you explain that it would be so much better if he was walking up the stairs? What is the difference?
It adds a little momentum and motion and something dynamic to something,
Okay.
where versus something static.
Like Lee Wynn's person walking.
Right.
It's not part of the assignment, Tori, but what they're saying is that it would make it a better image.
Right.
Yeah, we're saying this is a great image, and we're just saying, oh, that would make it even a little bit greater than the great image.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing. We're saying nothing to detract from this image.
Right.
Right.
So,
Okay.
Well, no.
Where is that?
I just want to be clear, there's not really a place with that many stairs, right? You duplicated it a whole bunch of times?
Yes. It's alternate
what?
reality.
That's why it's all AR. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I missed that part.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
No, that many stairs does not make sense in the real world.
No,
But
because
you're
it's
like
going
Harry
around and
Potter.
around and around.
That depends on what world you're in.
I suppose, yeah.
If you're in MC
David
Escher's
Williams'
world,
this is normal. All right. Next one is ventilated. This one is Ron's, and the score is 24.7.
Ventilated?
Ventilated. Right here. Jim?
Yep. The only nitpick I have is the other break in the pattern on the other side. I will say this, had it been my image, I just would have cloned in one of the other sections
Here.
to make that match and not have that pull me away from the ventilated part
And this-
on the other side. My eye keeps jumping back and forth between
Yeah. That
those
dark
two.
spot.
If it were my image, I would have cloned that to be a match.
Yeah.
Ron, please, Ron, tell me why you didn't do that.
Why can't you just crop it and just use the one on the right?
I was thinking maybe just use the half of the image.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Do the
I'm
one on the right.
asking Ron, why didn't you do that?
Well, we're answering for him.
Is Ron here?
Yeah,
He was
I'm
here in
here.
the beginning.
So I just liked it natural, and I liked having the small Easter egg of the second little break. And I didn't think it looked very good with vertical crop and leaving everything so heavy on the left-hand side with those.
Now, I'm not talking about the vertical crop. I'm talking about the left-hand side with the break over there, that part.
I do
Yeah, I just
compositionally
liked it as
like
a
the
little
overall
Easter egg.
balance of this crop. I would not want it crop tighter. I do
No,
like
not
it.
at all. I'm
I
not talking
do-
about the crop. I'm agreeing with you, Jim, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Ron just saying he thought it was a double break.
Ron, are you there?
He's there.
Yes.
Ron, you are on the clock. You don't get double breaks.
Come on. All right, moving on, guys.
That was my deal with that shot.
Oh, that's a good one.
This one's called Dominoes. This one is Lourdes's, and the score is 24.1.
Whose is it?
Lourdes.
I wish Lourdes was here to answer a question. And that question would be, when you're playing dominoes, then the numerical values should line up. And they're not lining up.
We don't know that.
Oh, well, that establishes the pattern. Then the break in the pattern would become the dice.
The break in the pattern is the dice to me in this one.
Well,
dice versus domino pieces, that's a break in the pattern. You don't think so?
You saw Frank's shot.
That's
Frank
the most looking pizza
Frank's
I've ever
shot of
seen
the
from
AI
them.
shot. Yes, it's a good shot. Yes, it meets the requirement. Yes, but to take it that extra step was to make these dominoes work the way in the pattern that dominoes actually work. Meaning when you play dominoes, the numbers pattern, they do line up.
Okay.
So all the nines would be together?
Yes.
And
And
the
as you go
fives and the
across,
12s, yeah.
yeah, they would match up, they would line up.
Yeah.
Because that's how you play.
I mean, do you like it better black and white, or I kind of
Yeah,
like
I
it better
had that
this
thought
way?
too, that maybe the color was a bit distracting, all the many colors.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think it more of a pattern this way than it is with the colors, all the colors in it.
What kind of a pizza is that from Domino's?
I get it, Jim.
Lee, any comments?
Yeah, I don't think you could lay it out in that pattern if you
Yeah,
try
I'm
to
thinking
match
the same
those
thing.
circles.
I don't think you could either.
I don't think so either.
Oh.
If you
You'd
try
have
to
to
set
do
it
it.
up the way
Okay,
dominoes are
Robert,
set
go
up,
get
it wouldn't
yourself a
work.
domino set and
Yeah,
show
you
us
would
how
just
to
have
do
to do it in Robert's way. You would only have to do it vertical rows. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the adjacent rows would have to not have any bearing on the rows either side. It would only work vertically in columns, I should say.
It would have been tough to line them all up like that, Robert.
Oh, I didn't say it would or wouldn't.
I'm sure we would have had enough tiles to do that.
Yeah. And we had
You have to
we'd
go
have
out and buy
been
more.
15 feet off the ground to get them all.
You should have seen all the pencils I had to get. Jesus.
All right, guys, let's move on. Next one is Broken Egg. This one is Lee's, and the score is 24.6.
It's a good one.
Jim?
That's a good one.
Yep. Nicely done. I like I enjoy looking at the fact that everything is in almost a monotone color as well, and then that vibrant yellow pops out, in addition to the egg being broken. It has a lot of impact
I
right
like
there.
that. I like that one. That's neat.
Robert?
Yep.
We win?
Yeah, I like this. And he breaks the egg very nicely.
It wasn't easy, right, Lee?
I don't think it's easy to break like that.
How many did you break before you got that one to work?
No, that was the only one we broke.
Yeah, it was the only one.
So I've got a question, and not taking
Probably
away
cook egg all the time.
No, I'm not taking away from. I'm not trying to take away from either Frank's 26.2 or Lewen's, because those shots were excellent. But how does this not rate that type of score?
I'll tell you why. Why does it get a 26.3?
Well,
Is that
I
what
mean,
you're asking?
or a 25, or I mean, I'm a little confused.
All right.
I'm still trying to figure this out.
Let's just say he had 50 eggs there.
Isn't that being a little picky?
Wait, don't you asking the question.
I'm
giving you the concept.
Okay.
If there were 50 eggs there and the egg was slightly off, let's say in the lower right or lower left. Right now the egg is center.
Yeah.
It's right in the middle. It's very obvious. There is no other than the yellow yolk itself, against the monotone deal. That's what's driving the impact here. But let's just say there were 50 eggs there. And the eggs were all there in a row, but they're slightly leaning one way or the other. And then there's a yellow, a broken yolk somewhere. That's taking it to the extreme level of impact.
Okay, that's why I wanted to ask. I mean, you know, that's how I learn.
Yeah, this is well done, but it also has, as Robert is saying, it has much more room to to have more impact than it does.
Lee, you should just ponied up for more eggs.
Yeah, yeah. The other ones were, like damn near perfect.
No, I know.
This one is good. This
I
one is good, and it has potential to be more. The other ones had very little potential to be more than what they were.
Right. And I prefaced it by saying I wasn't taking anything away.
Right.
I just
Okay,
wanted
okay,
to.
guys, let's move on.
Wait, Lynn, hold on.
Yeah.
Now I know we're pressed up against time, but I think that what Diana asked was a very legitimate, good question.
Right.
So, we've never been asked, or neither Jim and I have been challenged in that way. So I applaud the question.
Yeah. Of course. Let's move on, though. The next one is keys. This one is mine, and the score is 24.5.
Okay.
You know how you could have gotten a 24.6?
Here's what I have to say. Really cool. And here's where I feel, could have that room for improvement. You see the letters on the key itself, HYKO.
Yeah.
Look at the keyboard. Do you see the H and the Y together diagonally, and the
Right.
K and the O together diagonally?
Oh, I should have put them over there.
With a space in between them.
I should have put it on 7.
It could have been on like the J and the U or the J and the I.
Yeah.
And it would have been right between the HY and the KO on the keyboard. That's also the HY and the KO on the key.
Yeah, I think I was just trying not to be in the center because I was running out of keyboard on the right. So.
Great concept, though.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks, guys.
Good observation, Jim.
Yeah.
I would have never seen that.
Yeah.
All right, next one is a lemon among limes. This one is Lourdes's, and the score is 23.
Lynn.
Yes.
Grab your crop tool for me. Pull up from the bottom, way up.
Up.
Way up, way up, way up, way up. Keep going. There. Oh, no. Down. Not that far. There. Stop. Let's see it. I don't know why we needed all of that little tin bucket and everything down there. To me, there's the story right there.
Yeah. Robert?
On the background color is, now I agree on 5,000% on the crop. On the background color, I wanted to be a bit more neutral.
The other thing I wanted to see that you can't do is turn the bucket around so that the crease and the seam is in the back and not in the front, being yet another visual break in things going on.
Yeah. All right, next one is Broken Heart. This one is mine. And the score is 24.9.
24 what?
0.9.
Is that gum?
No, it's tile.
That looks like little glass beads.
They're Tila beads.
Yep. Yeah, nice lighting and nice layout. I like the way it's been lit and composed. I appreciate the concept that you put together here.
Robert?
I'm gonna let you slide on this one.
You gonna
Because
let
if
me
I
slide?
start, if I start, you won't like me anymore.
I have a broken heart.
Well,
Do
moving
you
on.
want to do the?
you see the pattern that you have in the background.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like for you to close off that background because it's I think it's running a little too light against what you're having on the left and right side of it and the top. The bottom becomes the brighter portion of it. So I'm not held in. I'm taken out
Oh.
of the
On my
image on the
end, I
bottom.
can't see any black. It's just black. Although I see
Oh
a few
no,
little
there's
bits.
there's a whole bunch of distracting stuff in the
Yeah,
background.
on my screen it's black. I see a few little dust thingies, but not anything. It's like
No,
blends
there's
right into my
actually
screen.
whatever
Yeah.
your background is
Like
showing up.
Black.
Yeah, there you go, like that. Or I was
That's
gonna say, go,
much better.
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
what I
see,
was
on my
thinking was
screen,
that
it
background was
is
showing.
totally black. I do see a couple, like I said, a couple little dust spots there that I missed, but yeah, according to me, it's really dark on there.
No,
Yeah, I
and
see.
now that cleans it up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next one is forging a new path. This is Sylvia's, and the score is 24.6.
I'd like to see something, Lynn. Yeah, again, yep, yes, you read my mind. Yes, right there you go. You got it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well, Sylvia, I was curious. You gave me all those that other color that and it's so dominant, that green.
All right.
Why?
I don't know. I see that now that it looks that I guess my thought was, and actually it's not a good thought because that back portion is soft. It's not very much in focus, but
The back portion is being soft is has nothing to do with what
I
we're
guess,
saying.
well, my thought was if it was cropped down that far, that took away some of the original pattern of everything going away
can-
from the center. But I
I
see.
think
what you're saying.
I think you can hit the letter Y on your keyboard, I think, Lynn, and no, that was
Yeah.
That's not it.
well, it is supposed to show you the before and after. I don't know why it didn't.
It's not a Y, it's
No.
the vertical.
Backslash.
Lightroom, whenever you do the crop, it doesn't. You do the
It
before and
doesn't do
after, it won't show you. It
Yeah.
shows
Okay.
it with it cropped.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay, but
We can just do this.
You got to do the history. Yeah.
Yeah. I see what, yeah.
That because that green part is actually taken away from your beautiful
Yep.
little character here. This is a character.
Yeah.
There's gesture and a character here all in one.
What I'm really enjoying about this is all the different perspectives towards this assignment, you know, like things that I would never have thought, you know, to do.
That's the goal of these things is to is to help open your mind, give you new ideas and perspectives.
Step down.
Oh, let me guess. This is Llewyn.
This one is Lee wins, and the score is 24.6.
Was he walking down the stairs or walking on wood?
He walked down the stairs. The
You're
wood,
kidding.
not stairs. No, it was just a flat. I'm not a flat, a totally flat, but a little bit of stairs, so that his one of his foot goes down. Yeah.
Now, Lee Win, I'm going to ask, why is this image underexposed?
Underexposed?
Yeah, it's too dark.
Oh.
I can't get it to open up.
Well, actually, I was trying to show the puffin to I purposely make it darker on the back.
Oh.
Okay, now by making it darker the way it was, the black in the puffin was blending in, started to blend into the background. Okay. And when I look on the left-hand side, there's very little separation in that puffin, especially with that golden light coming down, forming a pattern of light and shadow.
Hey, Lynn,
Yeah.
try it this way for me. Go to the tone curve panel. You go move now, move, yeah, move, and you still got to move the lights up and move the darks down. See what that does. Lights up, darks down. Not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I totally do not get this assignment, obviously. How is this breaking a pattern? I mean, to me, for this to be breaking a pattern, there would have to be one of the stairs that has lights all the way across it and not a shadow or something like that.
This is all a pattern back here.
I see that, but how does the bird break the pattern? I don't understand that.
Because he's not a step.
How does the bird not break the pattern?
Yeah.
If he wasn't there, there'd be a continuous pattern. He's breaking the whole pattern that's right here. So
I see what you're saying, Brian. It's the same thing with my picture. It's the same thing as an animal and a pattern. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw this photo, wasn't so much thinking about seeing the head of the bird or the body as maybe emphasizing that he's walking, and having his leg and foot brighter really pulls my eye to that. So to me, it says this is about a bird stepping down, and not so much here's what a puffin looks like. Is that what the maker was going for? Or just wondered if that's what you were going for when you took it.
That's what her title says, stepping down.
If he was going up, would be huffing and puffing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
That's a great choice.
Oh, my God. Robert,
I'm going to write that down.
No, I did not. I mean, look, I'm gonna go back to my day job. That was excellent.
Then what was the score?
24.6.
Okay.
Let's move on. Next one is the world's longest title. Think outside the box. It sharpens your senses and changes your whole outlook. Guess who? Jim McWilliam.
Hey.
24 point score 24.8.
Wow.
Whose is it?
Well,
Jim McWilliam.
Jim McWilliam.
That's too normal for him.
Hey. Do you know how many pencils I had to buy to do this?
Not as many eggs as Brian did.
And how many I had to sharpen?
By the way, Jim, Jim McWilliams, do you realize that it looks like you have a crown of something over your head?
Looks like the back of my head is open. I'm sorry.
No, it looked like horns, the devil.
Yeah, it looks like horns.
The back of my head is open.
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's get back to the picture here. Jim, not Jim McWilliam, Jim Sykes. I just kind of fixed it, I think.
Yeah, I like that you put thought into a concept and put the effort in it to execute it, and and have your idea come through to your audience with this.
One of the hardest things was getting the pencils to remain straight. Well, I tilt that's a picture frame that they're in. And I tried it with sharpened pencils and
there's
I just didn't feel like the table, seeing the table was necessary, so I just chopped it off on the sides a little bit.
A tip doing stuff like this in product photography, we use that stuff. I've got some back here in my office, and I'm getting old and feeble and can't remember the name of it, but it's that little tacky stuff that you can stick everything together for product photography shots.
It's a putty, I believe.
Yeah, it's a kind of it's like blue stuff.
Chewing gum.
Yeah, chewing gum. There you go. But
couldn't he have just taken, without having the bottom, couldn't he have just taken one of those pencils and put it diagonally?
I have a version like that.
He could have done just this.
That would.
I think another
he did have. He did have a concept that was that was.
No, I understand. I'm just asking
that he put together. Yep.
I'm just asking to learn.
Yeah. But but like I say, what I appreciate with this is it came up with a concept, thought it through, and executed it. That's it's not just a case of, oh, look, I found this and I'm going to point my camera at it and push the button.
Somewhere in there, you
there's
need
a
to
lot
include
more
the
goes
word.
into something like this.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that description, you need to include the word eventually.
Eventually.
Well, Jim, you're very, very creative.
I like the way he also used the two foreground objects as leading lines right to
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Oh yeah, and that was another
Especially in
reason I
this
wanted them
crop
in
here.
there.
Yeah, good observation, Bill.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, next one is Colorful Day at the Beach Piano Altered. And this one is also Jim's, and the score is 23.
Oh, okay. Jim, Lynn, zoom in on the colorful umbrella. Go way in on that. Move it over. Keep going. What
You
happened
got a little
there?
extra stuff there.
No.
And all the sand in the foreground looks like there was a whole bunch of stuff being removed, and just learn to use the tools better.
Hence the altered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, there were people.
Well, you want altered. We don't mind altered, Jim, but we don't want to see it that it makes it look like something weird.
Is the horizon flat?
No, I think it's tilted. Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tilted.
It is a pano too. So.
Yeah, it's a little tilted.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, that's
that might be
breaking
the
a
curvature
pattern.
of the Earth.
It's tilting the camera.
I appreciate that you wanted to move that umbrella into the spot. That was a good thing to do. Yeah, it's just technically.
Well, that was it. When I moved it, I obviously
better.
missed that.
That's just seaweed, right, Jim?
Yeah.
Oops. It doesn't pick things very good on pictures like this.
Because I mean, it was there. It was just too far out of the way, so I needed to bring it into the mainstream, so to speak.
Yep.
All right.
No, the placement of it is what you did. Moving it there was perfect.
Yeah.
That is perfect placement. I appreciate that you actually decided to do that for the composition. It's just a matter of executing it with more technical precision.
All right.
Yeah, that panel really nails it too. That really takes it to another level.
Or it could have been another box of pencils,
Upside down. All right, on to the next one, guys. The next one is My Heart Knows the Danger, but it still chooses you. This one is Richard's, and the score is 25.
That's great.
I am so glad, Richard, that I'm a friend of yours.
Oh boy, all those bullets.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's bullets?
Those are bullets.
I was trying to figure out what it is. Okay.
It's the title of this.
Yeah, it says Winchester. What are they in?
The
They're
bullet
in the
holder.
box that they come in.
The bullet box.
It's a box of 40 caliber cartridges.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't own any of those.
Do you have any extras? I'm actually out of 40 caliber ammo right now.
And you can go buy them. It's not against the law to buy them. You can have as many as you want.
Great, Richard.
Yeah,
that's great.
This is great.
And the title makes it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Jeff,
Another one
Robert,
where where
is that a Purple Heart?
Oh boy.
Yep, good one, Frank. That was good. But yeah, another case of, like I say, and I appreciate when you guys do this, and not just necessarily dig through your archives or just go happen to find something with camera, but to actually conceptualize something, preconceive an artistic idea, and then go through the steps to execute the idea that you preconceived to meet the assignment. That's really what what an assignment is about at the ultimate level.
The good thing I'm not doing this for a living.
None of us are, except Robert and Jim. Okay, next one is a gift from Fatima. This one is Karen's, and the score is 24.5.
Aaron, did you dodge out the that lighter area?
No,
You did not?
no,
This here?
no.
Yeah.
It's in the lighting, and I went back looking and to see if no, I didn't do that. No.
Cool.
It's a
Now,
neat idea.
where
It's
did the
making the
double
silver
shadow
is
come
making the
from?
brightness. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Where did the double shadow come from?
It just the way I did the lighting, I had it in the light box, and I had two lights coming on either side.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You know what, Karen? Because you did this in a light box, I really would have loved to have seen this with just one light.
Okay.
And the light on your at the top a little bit lower in order to make those shadows a lot longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
The double shadows. Great concept. Now, please don't take away what I'm saying. Great concept here, and it's working. It's isolating, and you have the you have your main flower part of the bead that's different. Yes, you are breaking the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
That space, though, you see how the shadows are on the if you go to your on the bottom side of the beads,
Uh-huh.
those shadows could be so much stronger by letting them go darker rather than filling them in,
Okay.
so that your highlights on the top side would be bright, but those shadows would actually help strengthen the other side of it, giving it a bit more depth.
Okay.
Yep. I agree with everything Robert's saying, but I will also say with what you have presented us here, with what you did with two lights, I do appreciate a lot that you did not make the two lights even, that you have such a difference in the shadows. You have the two sets of shadows, but the fact that they're nowhere near each other in value,
Right.
really helps. The shadows kind of frame the necklace itself. If those shadows had been of equal value on either side, I think it actually it would not have been as visually strong as
I like the way
what
they
you
were
have going on, where
stretching.
one set of shadows is very diminished with respect to the other.
Jim and I both be cussing you out.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I had this funny thought when I first looked at this, and I thought this is like a bunch of dancing pickles. I don't know where that came from, but it's like, look at all the pickles along here.
It's a rosary from Fatima.
The one thing I would like to see is the shadows may be a little harder if you brought the light in closer or didn't use the softbox. But I do like the two catch lights, one on the top and one on the bottom. That's unusual, and I really like that look.
Right here. He's talking about these right here, guys. One here and here.
Thank you.
Yeah, that extra catch light, as Bob was saying, down in the darker area, really adds an extra bit of dimension to those beads, as opposed to them just being completely in shadow on that side.
Really, it really makes them pop. But as I said, you could darken the shadows up and harden them, using a harder source, and I think that would have added even more to the impact, because you've got hard circular patterns in the beads, and yet soft shadows. So I kind of wonder if that would have helped. But that just what I would have done.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to the next one, which is 3 guitars. This one is also Karen's, and the score is 23.5.
Again, I could use like 7 or 8 or 9 guitars.
They only had 3.
Yeah, that's
point number one. Those are not guitars. Those are something other than guitars.
Yeah, that's
No, they're guitarists.
I'm going with Robert. It's just it is just barely a pattern, with being two of one thing and one of the other. It's the bare minimum of possible patterns.
I like the minimalist element.
A minimalist pattern, right?
Yep, there we go.
Are those ukuleles? They have 4 strings, not
Yeah, they're not guitars. Yeah.
All right. If you say I like the minimalist, then give them space. Right now in your if I see this correctly, let's just say hypothetically, you had space all the way to the bottom of this thing. I mean, way more white space on the bottom, and it lend itself upward. Then you would have a minimalist environment. But right now, they're just all tight in, just ready to say we have a pattern. The very
Well, this is
minimal
a minimal pattern, not a minimalist shot.
But you can further emphasize that by having more space around them.
It's semantics.
You guys are so picky.
All right, let's move on to the next one. It is odd one out. This one is Ron's, and the score is 25.2. I love Pez.
We all do.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
He
you
had
got
to
one,
do
Jim.
a lot of going click, 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 click to get him out
Yep,
of the
there's my
Pez
Darth
here.
Vader Pez dispenser that stays on my desk. Yeah, no, this is clean, simple, yet a very strong pattern, strong visual impact immediately. Well executed technically. Yep,
Yeah.
this worked very well.
Robert?
This is a 4 foot by 5 foot type of image.
Yeah. The Pez people should have this on their wall.
Yeah, it's very much a giant image.
Yeah.
Print it big.
Yep. Next one is Human Disruption. This one is Tories, and the score is 23.8. Robert?
This is in line with the Frank and the Lee Wynn's image. It just doesn't have all of the impact of it. It does meet all the requirements.
Why?
Why what?
Why doesn't it?
I said
Why doesn't it have
does.
the same impact as the other two?
Yeah, it doesn't have the same impact as it doesn't have as
Oh.
much impact. What she's doing, the fact that she's looking off the page, the pattern. Let's just say if she was going up the stairs, just hypothetically,
I
and
wondered,
looking
yeah.
into the page, then it would be a much more of a impactful photograph, even if she was wearing a regular dress. So what I'm saying is right now she's looking off to camera left, which means that's where I'm going. So all the things that are happening behind her there's no impact. There's no real impact there.
Yeah. Let's look at this from the perspective of, okay, this is, this happened in the moment like this, okay, yes. But for me, this would be the inspiration then to want to redo this and get somebody to work for me as a model and get one set of stairs over and be very animated as though they were running,
Yes.
Leg high, arms moving, very animated in their gesture and moved over. When I looked at this, it's like, that gives me the idea. It's like, oh, I would definitely bring somebody back and have somebody pose for me and do the shot. Just like Jim set up the pencils and, Ron set up the Pez and, all that. You can be an artist and make your shot. You don't have to just find it.
And in this particular photograph, she's got the outfit on, but what is she doing?
Well, it looks like she's walking.
Walking down.
and phone in her hand, and all of this, it takes away from the pattern more so than it makes it a portrait about the person.
Can I ask a question? If we were to use move content and take her and move her to the right-hand stairway.
Same gesture, Jim. Same gesture. There's no
She
gesture.
would be saying she would be looking, she wouldn't be looking off page. I would move her, yes, if you could take the content of our move tool, move her over 2 sets of steps so that she's not on the far edge, but one in on, she'd be looking more back into the picture. But she still is just not a very animated subject.
Well, put a Where's Waldo in
She
there.
looks like she's finished running and tired out now, and and just wants to get back to her car.
So
normal.
I must ask, Tori, what do you get out of this as far as now that you've heard the observation of it?
Well, even if I had a model with me, I don't know if I would know what to do with that model other than placing that person somewhere along the stairs where it broke the pattern.
Well,
So
I'm saying, okay, it's got the outfit on, and you get to control it. What do you say to that person?
If you knew this person and this person was your friend, now what would you have them do after hearing our discussion?
I wonder if you had her going upstairs and it would be more dynamic.
Yeah.
We used to run the bleachers and you jump 2 steps at a time. So if she's jumping 2 steps at a time going up, that might add a little more energy to the.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I would
Make
have
her-
moved her over to maybe the second stairs over instead of
Mhm.
having her on the side, but she happened to walk down that way, so I'm not brave enough to stop people and say, "Hey, could you run up the stairs again and just do this
but
all
hey,
over again?"
Tori, if you waited long enough, somebody would have come down the other side.
Now, let me say this, Tori, and this is something I learned from my wife while teaching kids. The best way to get brave is to not approach people.
Meaning?
Meaning, the more you don't approach them, you're not going to get any more brave.
Yeah, the worst thing they can do is say no. And I think you'll find I shoot a lot of street. It's pretty rare they'll say no. And if what does it matter? It's no skin off your nose. And the other thing is when I'm shooting with a 4x5 or the camera you'll see in a later picture, RB67, I don't have to ask. They ask. Or if you're using a TLR, like the old Rolleiflex, they will stop you and you easily get a shot. So there's a lot of ways to start the conversation.
This is why you need to go over to Carol Wood and see those photographs.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's funny that you mentioned that, Bob. I went I went out on 7th Avenue with this one day with 12 shots in it, and was constantly just constantly being accosted by people saying, "Take my picture, take my picture."
Exactly. That is one of the advantages using older film cameras. If I use my f6, it looks like my Dave 50. You don't get the same reaction. But from a regular film camera, especially like a wooden, my 4x or my 5x7 is gorgeous red wood with brass trim. People want to know about it, and the next thing you know, it's just boom. Would you mind getting a photo? Boom, off you go.
Yeah.
But it's not, most folks will not turn you down. And usually they're not nasty, or you don't even have to ask. The shot I have coming up is a totally candid shot.
All right, guys.
There you go, Tori. Walk up to her with an antique camera in your hand and say, "Hey, run up the stairs for me." And then when she's running, just use your other camera.
There you go. Bait switch cameras. All right, guys, let's move on. Next one is Soft Intruder. This one is also Tori's, and the score is 23.9.
We have 2 breaks in the pattern. Can you identify them, Tori?
Is it the cement lines going across?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So are you saying they should not be there?
I kind of wish that they were not like that.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And then do me one other favor,
Right.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Just the just the slivers of mortar on the edges, just bring it in to take the
Yeah.
slivers of mortar off the edges of the frame. Yeah. Even in the original image, yeah, that there you go.
Yeah.
Is
Nice.
that a
So
tile,
simple.
Tori?
So simple.
Yep.
Is that a tile or what is that on?
Just a sidewalk.
It's on a step. It's steps going up.
Mhm.
Was this at the
Taken
convention
from
center?
above. It's just taken right from above.
Yeah.
I
This is
think
a
Diana's
step and
asking
then
you,
there's
where
step
are
down.
the steps?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Where are the steps? It's down by Tampa Convention Center.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next
It's a-
one
I
is a
like it.
red wire with white.
Mhm.
This one is Richards, and the score is 24.9.
Now, Richard, just because I am who I am,
I'm
and
waiting.
please understand now, you had complete control of this, and you had control of the lighting as well. I see, as well as the depth. If you are going to be messy on the top with the white on the top, be messy on the bottom, and then show some sort of order in the middle. But to be a little messy on the top and a little order on the bottom, and then very much order in the center, is not taking it far enough for me.
And what do you mean messy?
He's
Well,
talking
look
about how the wires kind of
Okay.
overlap kind of haphazardly at the top, but they're kind of neatly wound up in the bottom of the frame. Yeah.
Wanted you to explain, right?
Yep. Yep.
So it's
However,
the
overall,
pattern is not patterny enough.
Uh,
Right?
yeah. But I will say this, yeah, when this came up on my screen, it definitely had a lot of visual impact.
Yeah.
And because of that shallow depth of field and because of the color and everything, my eye went right to that sharp in focus red part, right as it should in something like this. I went right there and really appreciated that contrast of that color against the monochromatic background. I think what you did just now, Lynn, I think that's a little like too much in your face.
Yeah.
With it. I did like the more breathing room in the original. Yeah.
We're just trying to get rid of the messiness.
Well, I think if you're going to be messy, just be messy on top and the bottom.
Yeah.
It's a little messy on the bottom.
It's a little messy, but not quite as messy as this one.
But so it's a very strong concept with really nice visual impact.
Yeah.
I like the selection of that orange and black because you've got contrast there as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's the
texture
order in it.
contrast. Yeah, it's awesome.
All right.
Great order.
All right. Next one is Intruder. This one is Kathy Thompson's, and the score is 23.5.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great example of finding something that's a break in the pattern out in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Robert?
Yeah, is Kathy here?
I don't think she's here tonight. I didn't see her name in the participant list.
I wish she was here. I was saying you got the right concept in this, except that the weediness about it, the fact that there's so many pieces of weed in it, is distracting.
I think that's really picky.
Oh, it can be. It can be.
I mean, if you were going to say anything, watching some of the comments that you've made on other shots, is like here you've got, like you criticized a few of them, or you observed in a few of them that they have multiple breaks in the pattern. And here I'm seeing 3 breaks at least 2 breaks in the pattern. So of all the things that I would have expected you to say, that wasn't one of them.
Well, the fact that there are so many leaves
Correct.
in here
Correct.
is because there are.
I know, but so what?
I'm not following me. Go back to the shot of Tori's on the brick floor.
I know she only had one leaf.
No, no, I'm saying is that if you crop it down, it becomes a beautiful pattern. That
Okay.
it's simple, it's clean.
So the other one's too messy?
No, yeah, go back to the other one. If I crop it down in the same manner, just crop it down and let it go across.
I don't know where here.
That's where my problem is that there are too many leaves.
Yeah. If this part had been more, so for example, if it had been, there were a lot more, it was a lot more of this stuff, then this wouldn't have been as big. So it's kind of too big for the picture, I guess, is what he's saying.
So the
That's
fact
exactly
that there
what
are
I'm
three,
saying.
so the fact that there are three patterns there doesn't bother you.
No, I didn't say that it doesn't bother me. I'm telling you about the beginning portion of what bothers me.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just there's just
That's what bothers me to start. You burrow that down. You burrow that down to just that one leaf coming out. Then you could come in and by the way, take the crop and come at it from the right hand side. All the way into where it stops right there. Okay, now we're beginning to see something, but it's not over far enough.
Stop right there, Lynn. Oop, back up. Yeah, stop there. Now pull up from the bottom.
Yeah,
way up. Keep going. Stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a whole different
Okay,
photograph.
got it.
That's
Okay.
exactly
I
what
just
I'm
wanted
saying.
to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's take understanding and criticism of criticism. That's two different things. This is my point right here. This is exactly where it needs to be.
Okay, I get it. It's a lot simpler, but just
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you took away that extra part on the right side.
Absolutely.
That would have been
100%.
my comment if I had been, third judge or whatever.
Right. So,
It was too much.
But when I said we started off with having too many leaves in there, that was my first thing. I want to make sure that it's understood that by simplifying this photograph, we'll make it a lot stronger.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Last to go home. This is Roy's, and the score is 24.3.
Is Roy here?
Yes. He was.
I am here.
Roy.
Yes, I'm here.
Roy, I need to know something. This building itself, why did you chop it all up? Tell me, please.
I mean, why did I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay. First of all, Lynn, go in and do a transform. Auto transform.
What?
Auto transform.
Transform. Okay.
All right. You see how the building is straight now?
Yes.
All right. That's number one. Now, if you show me a little bit more of that right side of the building, all right, it would be about this little piece of light that's in this giant, big, beautiful building with all of these beautiful windows that you have. But go back and take off the transform. Now I see a building that's too tight and leaning.
Okay, well,
I'm going to go in a different direction with this. Okay, good. I'm glad that you started with that, Lynn. I do get distracted by the top of the building with the glow halos around the pieces at the top and whatnot. So here's what I'm going to have you do, Lynn. Grab your crop tool. Come down from the top, right below that top line of windows. Keep going until you just remove those. There. That's close enough. And then bring it in from the left. Get that sliver of blue sky off the
Yeah,
left.
get the blue out of it.
Bingo, stop.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Bingo,
There's your
there you go.
shot.
Yeah.
There
There it is.
is your shot.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of prominent. You've got that little bit of diagonal visual tension between that statue and the lit up window right there, nicely balanced in that, in that section there. That works for me right there.
That right there is absolutely breaking the pattern.
Right.
Tell me you see something different or you disagree.
I see what you're saying. However, my inclination was to have more items in which to break the pattern.
There's plenty here. You got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's
9, 10,
15
11, 12,
windows
13,
there
14,
now. That
16 items.
15 is a nice pattern.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not 50.
That's your point.
15.
So you have the shot.
Yeah. So we started here.
You gave me so much more than I needed.
All right, let's move on. It's 9 o'clock, guys. We still have quite a few to do here. This one is empty spot. This is also Roy's, and the score is 24.4.
Now, the difference in this, Roy, is that you left that empty space for the 5th spot. And the number 5 is your golden ticket. You're on the money on this one.
I just want to see something just to see it, Lynn. Let's turn it into a really elongated pano. Just turn on your tool and bring it up from the bottom. Bring it up from the bottom. Stop. Go down lower. Lower. No, lower on that bottom one.
Oh,
no.
one,
You
okay.
put the top one back up. Bring the there, right there. There you go. Now bring the top one up. Yeah, let's just see that. I just want to see that.
Yeah.
There we go. I just wanted to see that. Thank
Okay,
you.
so let me ask you this. What's the difference between this one and the balloons? The hot air balloons.
The number 5 on now, this particular one has a bit more impact to me.
I agree.
Why? There's 5 balloons and there's 4 birds.
There's more visual flow with the fact of the way the birds are all looking in the same direction, pointy beaks. It gives a visual flow left to right with this, with the way all those birds are facing and everything. That with the round balloons, you don't have so much of that flow that that wants to carry your eye through the image left to right, like this one has.
And this one, the missing bird really stops you. The fact that it's not there.
And in the other case, the balloon was there; it was just lower in the frame. This, this is a much better break with it actually missing. And it has a place for there to be a bird. The stick is there, for the bird, and the bird's not there. That makes it work.
With the 5 posts, I kind of have to look for that one. I wonder if it was cropped in from the right, halfway between the rightmost bird and the next one. That really tells me in an instant what this is about, that there's that empty. Otherwise, I'm kind of hunting for it.
Yeah.
It wasn't propped, and I have to tell you, I'm not a studio photographer, so some of your themes are really a challenge for me to get these photos outside.
I'm really glad that you say they're real challenge, because challenges makes you stronger as a photographer.
So that's the whole point of all this. We don't want to make it easy. You don't learn anything when it's easy, guys.
Yeah, how does that go? If it was easy, everybody'd do it.
Yep. All right, guys, on to the next one. He's getting late here, and I'm getting tired. This one is a bird to nest fungi. It says altered reality. This is Tony Gomes, and the score is 24.2. Jim?
I like where my eye goes with this initially, and then there's something else pulling my eye out of it, which is, yes, you can just, I think you can pull in past that on that side and just make that not be an issue. Yeah, you saw what I saw. There we go. And that little bright bit up at the up on the top edge, you could easily just fix that in in a couple clicks, and then there would be nothing out toward the frame edges taking me away from what's really interesting in this image.
Robert?
Same.
Same.
Same. Now I'm not pushing along. I'm in agreement with Jim. You take away that top end. We got out that bright side on the right, and now we have that pyramid thing that's actually holding us in.
Right there.
Yeah.
I want to know what these things are. I guess that's the mold or the fungi.
Yeah, it's a mushroom.
Mushrooms, little mushrooms growing in there.
Yeah, it's called a bird's nest mushroom.
Cool.
And those little things that look like eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is that, Tony? I missed
it's really fascinating.
Tony, how big is this?
It's about half an inch.
Half an inch? Yeah.
Yeah, about a third of an inch.
Macro to the extreme.
I'm so sorry?
I said this is macro to the extreme.
Yeah, one other interesting thing about it is that when rain hits it, the seeds fly out and spread out.
So what's in the other ones?
The other ones are empty. They lost their seeds.
So the empty one.
Oh,
wow. Little doohickeys.
Yeah, actually, I had some previous ones. It comes out like a dome when it's young, and then the dome flattens, and then it opens. The dome deteriorates.
What are the things that they're in? Are those pots?
That's the mushroom itself.
That's the mushroom.
Oh, that's
these
are little mushrooms.
So Tony, this is a mushroom that has seeds?
Well, yes. Well, they're not really seeds, but they contain pods of spores.
They're spores.
Okay, gotcha.
They're spores.
Spore pods.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, but what is interesting is that this is nature imitating nature. A bird's nest with a fungi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Where did you photo this?
Right in my front yard.
Oh my gosh.
Front yard.
Wow.
Nothing. You don't have to travel for these.
Yeah, that's very exotic.
Yeah. All right. Next one is butterfly scales, also all reality, and this one's also Tony's, and the score is 24.5.
What's the title?
Butterfly scales.
Like a butterfly.
Yeah, it is a butterfly. It's a micro of the butterfly wings.
Excuse me. Wow. Is
Very
that what
cool.
that lens you sent the email about, Tony?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Actually, this one here is 20x. That one goes only up to 10.
Wow.
10x.
Robert?
Yeah, very fascinating.
Yeah.
It's
beautiful colors.
Yeah.
For a man that's a doctor and doesn't do drugs, this is pretty out there.
Thank you for the compliment, Robert.
Very
backhanded as heck, but still a compliment.
Tony, you can just
very
keep
well
talking.
done and very beautiful.
You can just keep talking. I love
This is from the. It's actually a moth, not a butterfly. And this is called the sunset moth of Madagascar, sunset moth.
Wow.
Pretty.
Cool shot.
All right, guys, that is a sign. Let's get general done. We got 10 of those, guys. Let's move it. All right, the first one is Whisper. This one is Fongs, and the score is 21.2.
Fong, just crop that off the left side.
Yeah, exactly.
We need more impact on that.
I'm going to start lobbying for the cropping lessons again.
Do one other thing for me, Lynn.
Yeah.
Go to your tone curve. And just push the dark slider down a little bit.
Up or down?
No, the other way, other way,
Yeah, yeah.
other way. Hey, whoa, not that far.
Not much.
Yeah, just
Too
just a
much.
little, and then take the one above it that says lights and push it a little bit the other way. There you go.
Is it blurry or is it me?
No, it's a high ISO.
It's a
shot.
high ISO. It's not blurry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
To me, the right foot pointing at that blue blotch is a major distraction.
I don't disagree with you, Brian.
Yeah, you could just get rid of that that like that. Just because it was in the, we don't know what it is, so getting it out of the background is going to hurt anything. No.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Isn't that a painted background? It looks like they're on stage.
Yeah, they are. Yes.
It's probably a projected background.
Yeah.
All right, next one is dinner time. This is Sylvia's, and the score is 22.5.
Sylvia, I think we have a problem with differentiating the foreground from the background, and its tonality are so similar that it's distracting in the background. I know you can't do anything about it, but I'd like for you to do me one favor here, Len. Give me a crop, just because I've studied this image several ways. I want you to leave it a little bit at the bottom, come in from the left side, and I want you to come all the way into, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep, right about there, and come up from the bottom just a little bit. Now, I know that this is a tight crop. I understand that. But what I'm getting at is that I need to see more of this whale and the birds around it, rather than seeing the other parts that's taking me away from that big open mouth. So I understand the difficulty of getting this shot. You can't get the whale to do exactly what you want, and you're not in charge of being able to deal with the background. But I find this to be the energy of this particular splash, the birds, all of that said in a shorter amount of imagery. Your thoughts, Sylvia?
Yeah, I guess my thought was just because the tail to get all of the whale in. I didn't know if I tried to darken the background a little. I don't know that if I did or not, but yeah, I mean, I see your point. I do have another shot of a different whale where the rest of his body wasn't out of the water, and it was sort of more like this, more closer looking. So it's just, yeah, I guess I was just looking at the action of the whale and the feeding and the frenzy of the birds. So.
And do you not have this? The only other thing I would do is just that eye of the whale. Just open that up just a little bit.
The eye?
Or what I think is that's not the eye. I thought it was the eye, but it's not the eye.
No.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I don't see it.
The eye
Sylvia, what focal length and did you use for this? And I mean, I was wondering if you opened it up, if you could get the background much more out of focus.
Well, I was wide open on the 600.
You were wide open. Okay.
And, you know.
Yeah, point F9, but that's, you know, on a, you have a teleconverter on it?
He was so far away from me.
Yeah.
No, he was just so far away. They were pretty far away. And
I opened up the blacks a little bit to show some of the texture on the whale's face, on his head. So that helped a little bit too. But yeah. This is the kind of shot we all want to go when we go whale watching. All I see was fucking flukes the whole time, tails, and that's it. Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. There were a lot of them out there. So
I really like the contradiction you have there between the huge whale and the tiny birds all in the same shot.
Yeah.
See the movement from both. I mean, the implied movement of the birds, the spray really tells you there's movement there. So this image has all kinds of movement in it.
All right. Next one is Dancing Girl. This is Fong's, and the score is 21.
Yeah, I'd love to see a bit more contrast in this image.
I can help. Help. Yeah.
You can bring up the exposure a tad as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is some motion blur happening here. It's a little, a little distracting to me. Well, click on the beads in the front of her dress there. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Zoom in there. Well,
Let's see, 100%. Yeah, you can see it's right here.
Yeah, that's
movement. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definite motion blur that's kind of a little distracting to my eye. That just makes the image feel a little
Okay.
That's a technical term, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, next one is this one is Zebra on Watch 2. This is Rick Kirchhoff's, and the score is 20.2.
Rick, is Rick here?
你没有照片，人家都有是吧？我有啊，我没搁这个 breaking， 我就画两个跳舞的。他说我那个
Can you mute
Fong? You need to mute yourself.
展示没法。
Is Rick here?
I don't know. I think he's out of town.
Okay. Because we're seeing the backs of these animals, and
here's the other one. He sent two.
That's what I was going to say. Let's compare the two.
Yeah, this one is Zebra Watch 2 or 1, and this one's better because you can actually see their heads. Where this one, all the heads are down. Yeah.
Right. I'd love for Rick to talk about that when he comes back.
All right.
And on this one, Lynn, now, yes. And also you see the 3/4 of a zebra on the right. Yeah. Thank you. There we go.
That's much better. I mean, he's not getting the best decisive moments with these guys, but this is much better. And the other one, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just the heads are down too much. So.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I would like for Rick to be able to talk about
any
faces.
Score on
this one was a little higher at 20.6. So.
Yeah, I was going to say that's why I wanted to have him here to have an opportunity to talk about what was in his head.
Yeah. Next one is Haunted Faces. This one is Marks, and the score is 21.1. Remember, this is not a sign, guys, so the scores are going to be lower.
Yeah. Mark.
I just like I don't know, something about this statue just spoke to me, and I don't know why I like it and stuff. So it's just the haunted looks in their faces and stuff. It just
that brings me to my point or my question. And I don't just mean to be harsh or whatever, but what we're getting here is
a picture of somebody else's
what
work.
I'm not getting is you as an artist. What do you bring as an artist to this? What I see here is, okay, it's a documentation of what another artist is presenting and the emotions and feelings that another artist are giving us. And it's just a well-exposed rendition of what another artist is telling us. What do you feel you bring to this as an artist when you're photographing another artist's work?
Yeah.
Andy Warhol got famous by painting a Campbell's soup can.
Yeah, but Andy Warhol was the only one that got famous.
Well, I had the two different crops, the one something closer to this, and then the full one, and I went back and forth between the two crops and stuff.
What I like about the full image is those back photos are the back images are almost translucent. It's kind of an ethereal look. Are they translucent, or is that just how the lights
Yeah,
fall?
it's glass. This was at the Glass Museum.
Yeah, so they're and the front one is a little bit darker glass than the other ones.
Yeah.
I just love how it disappears into the dark.
Yeah.
Tori and I both photographed that one, and it's included in the slideshow.
Yeah, I saw one in the slideshow, and it was like, well, somebody else got my
everybody did
picture.
it kind of from a different angle, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Next one is Evening Hummer. This one is from Leon, who we haven't heard from for a while. And the score is, wait a minute, something happened here. I missed something. What? Did I skip one? Nope. I'm missing, oh no, there it is. I missed this one before. Okay, this one is Backyard Guest. This is Leon's, and the score is 21.8.
Oh, that's good.
At least his little teeth aren't sticking out. Jim?
Yeah, I like the visual impact of, you see that and you're like, ooh, look at that, and it's well done, as far as in focus and exposure and everything. There's some kind of distractions intersecting with it when you look at it closer, and I'd like to see it pulled down from the top more into a pano, because I don't necessarily see that all the top in the frame helps with the impact. I think it'd be a little more impactful. Yeah, there we go. Yes, thank you.
Got a bit of a pattern there.
There you go.
Yeah, if you put your finger in his mouth, that would break the pattern.
And I would say if this were my image, the yellow thing that's intersecting with its lower jaw, I would either try and take that out or at least recolor it to match the rest of the background.
Right. This thing here is a little distracting too.
Right. I'll say one thing, that whoever took this picture got very low to take that picture.
Leon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You get 5 points just for that.
Not to sound naive, but what kind of a snake is that?
Black racer.
That's a black racer.
This is hey, see, Brian, you couldn't get a shot like this with the one in your house.
I just follow him along the back of the fence, and I just kept clicking until he came into view, and he just happened to open his mouth, and I got lucky.
Yeah, that's definitely what you'd call a snake's eye view.
Yeah.
Did you have a long lens on it?
Nah, just the 180.
That's long.
Well, yeah.
That's a long lens.
Well, you nailed the focus on it too. Look at that eye, it's tack sharp.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. How did you get him to open his mouth?
I just did a linear gradient on the bottom and darkened up the stuff at the bottom. That makes him stand out so much more as well. So
you're a snake.
The snakes do yawn, and he looks like he's yawning. Isn't that true, Leslie?
He doesn't have his teeth out, so he must be yawning.
I was thinking the same thing, Jim.
Yeah, they do yawn, and I think you caught that snake yawning.
Or just finished eating.
Okay, this is called Evening Hummer. This is also Leon's, and the score is 22.9.
Yeah, Leon, that back tail piece, that little bright spot at the back. I'm not quite sure what's giving on that, but let's give it not.
Bye bye, little white spot. There you go. And it's out of focus, that tail, so it doesn't really matter.
No,
it's
doesn't
still out of
matter
focus.
now.
So yeah, because that part of him is moving.
Nice.
Very nice.
I'm glad Leon put some pictures in finally.
Hey, I haven't been doing anything.
You're retired. You have time to take pictures, dude.
Yeah.
And I love this flower. It's gorgeous. Yes, even without the bird, the flower's pretty.
这是21号的吧？
Yeah. Okay, this one is Alice Poor Mamiya. This is Bob's, and the score is 25.
These two are basically about the shoot that we're doing at the pier. This camera is what I'll be using at the pier because, well, first of all, this image was inspired because this camera worked for me really well for about 10 years when I was shooting 12 megapixel Nikon. I got a 50 megapixel scan out of it. It had the film had a greater dynamic range, and I could use portrait film. This camera, I took this with the D850. It blew away the first two, so it was dead to me for those, and that was the inspiration for the image. But the reason I'm bringing it to the shoot is I'm testing out a new back. That's area behind the silver area at the back of the camera. That's a dark slide that comes off, and I have a new back that shoots instant film. So I'll be shooting Polaroid film out of this camera for the first time. And the points that I really wanted to point out, you notice I really like specular highlights to be emphasized. Lynn, if you could zoom in on the camera a little bit, the highlight on the top of the camera, on the top of the lens, I'm trying to reveal that the texture in that lens. That's about a 40-year-old lens. It's not shiny, which the back is. You can see the specular highlight on the back is razor sharp, whereas this has a slow transition. And the fill light is on the lower front right of the lens, again, helps reveal that texture. The bottom line on this shot too, you've probably seen a lot of selfies over the years. You probably don't see a lot of 7-light selfies. If you could just scan over just a little bit to the shoulders and arms right there, come in just a little bit more. There are 5 lights on the subject, 2 front, 3 rear. And if you notice the rim light along the arm, along both upper arms, along the top of the shoulder, and that's also being lit with a hair light at the top and then 2 lights on the back. So it was all precisely aimed, precisely balanced, and then I had to get in the precise position. Doing a selfie like this was a bear, and like I said, if it isn't hard to do, then it's not. If it wasn't hard to do, if it wasn't hard to do, everybody would do it, and that's what kind of fun with this one is to be able to do that. So I'll be shooting that camera next week, and the next one.
Yeah, but Bob, I had to go up all those stairs to get my selfie.
Yeah, I have a very comfortable stool. I get the padded stool. The clients get the unpadded, non-moving stool.
Robert, do you say comments?
It reminds me that I haven't seen Hamlet in a while.
I've got 4 different versions of it if you like it. I was an English reader.
Your eyes there look like what's the little oh geez, the comedian oh never mind I can't think of his name. the silent movie guy.
Yeah,
the silent movie guy.
Yeah, paddles
Charlie
around.
Chaplin.
Harry.
Charlie
I know who you're talking about.
But yeah, through his eyes there, he looks like Charlie Chaplin.
Interesting. I don't know what he looks like. Did he have a multiple broken nose? That was compliments of a welterweight champ.
It's your eyes. They look like Charlie Chaplin eyes.
Well, actually, if you know anything about, if you could scan close in on the face, on the eyes, one of the finer points, and again, this was hard to do on a profile. You want to just show the back eyelash and eyelid.
Yeah.
That was hard to get as well. And also, if I was looking straight ahead, you wouldn't see as much iris. I'm actually looking a little bit to the left, about 20 degrees, to get a little bit more iris in the shot. All those are like finer points on a profile.
Oh.
But it's fun when you're doing it and you can't see it. It's a real challenge.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and then the next shot is a shot taken on the pier, and that's the reason why one of the reasons I'm showing it. And this one, we talked about asking people. I never shoot kids without getting parents' permission. I had the parents' permission, but the kid didn't know I was getting it. And this is your classic nailing the exact moment, the decisive moment. His thumb is on the camera. He's scrolling through. His expression is awesome. But the point of the shot is I like to cover eyes because it puts the photographer in the viewer into the person's place. And the message on this one is first of all, I love shooting kids between 3 and 7. It's before society has crushed the curiosity and the wonderment out of them.
Right.
But the wonderment here is what it's all about. And the point this is for photographers, and I want them to put their themselves, is that it's so easy for us to lose sight of the reason we started photography. It isn't, we can lose sight of it with gear and technical perfection, but that expression, if you think back to maybe the first time you got a shot you really loved, that's what drove you to photograph. I can remember the very first image that I had that came out of the developer in 1959, and I wish I had it. I don't have it, but I had that same expression when that image started to magically appear. I'm sure anybody that did darkroom work remembers that too.
Yeah. I still have that expression on my face on the back of my camera all the time. I'm like, I can't believe I actually took that picture.
Yeah, and the kid, that's what the kid wanted for his birthday, the father told me.
Awesome.
There's hopes we could get some younger folks and younger blood in this group. That was another point.
I'd love to. It's hard.
Oh, yeah.
Tried.
Yeah. It seems like every club I've been in for the last 30 years, it's been a sea of gray hair. I mean,
it's hard because they don't have the attention span that it takes to be in a club.
No, young people have other things to do.
Yeah.
They don't have the
time.
stuff to do. We're tired. We did all our fun stuff.
The thing about young people is that young people do not want to be criticized. They want to be praised. Praise.
Yeah.
It's the same with old people.
No criticism in the form of constructive criticism, because they are right all the time.
Yeah.
And you don't understand why they did what they did. So if you take a middle schooler and who's right about everything and transform that into a 20 to 30 something, that's a middle schooler for photographers.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why you don't have very many camera clubs.
Yeah,
but it isn't just that 20 something. It's where are the 25 to 45 year old folks?
Same difference between 25 and 45. Those are parents raising children.
Right. They have too busy. They
way
don't have
too
the
busy.
money. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem.
And they work.
Yeah, but they have hobbies.
They work. Yep.
They'll spend the whole day playing golf. They'll play spend a whole day watching a baseball game. But
And they don't want to be come home and listen. They'll spend 2.5 hours listening to people like us say why they can get better.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It is after 9:30. I think we've gone long enough tonight. Appreciate everyone sticking with us, who stuck with us, and I hope to see all of you, if most of you, if not all of you, next Thursday night at the pier. And have a good week.
Hang on 1 second. Diana, are you?
Diana left.
She left.
She did.
early.
Oh, okay. I think